Let's go there, right? I can I can handle it. I don't know about her. I can handle it. She said, but for right now she makes about $2 an hour at the mall. That way I'm done teaching something right now. That's just that's true for college. She's a college grad.
Good afternoon, MJ. Can you hear me all right?
She ended up having a class
All right, great. Hopefully, this goes a little better today than yesterday. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to probably wait a few moments and we will proceed from there.
So we'll see you guys over there.
So don't be alarmed if there's nothing being said for a few moments.
Again, we are headed over to Tim's. So we'll see you guys there. Thank you for hanging out. A lot of people still in the house. We'll see you at Tim. Yeah, see you guys there. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. Tell them it's a raid from the Roses. Go. See you guys in a few minutes.
Uh, my day has been better than yesterday, but could still be better. Have mercy. Hello. John Baker. Hello, sir. Thank everybody for joining me here today. If you have a topic or a question, throw it up. You know, I'm just doing random thoughts today. I'm not exactly sure if I have this set up properly yet. Hello, Adrian Gibson. Welcome, sir. Today's topic is random thoughts. I had to go downtown today. Philippines on Demand. Glad to see you. Hey, Bill. Glad you're here. Thank you. I'm doing good, actually. I had a little bit of excitement today. I went down to go see my girlfriend for just a few minutes. It's nice to see somebody face to face instead of on a camera or on a phone call. And I had a travel pass, and my driver actually, you got a travel pass that actually is proper. Hello, Erica Rain. Welcome. But I got a travel pass today and went down, met with my girlfriend for a little while, but I couldn't go to her house. She couldn't go to my house because of restrictions. But, we chatted for a while, got caught up on a few things, and then my excitement was we dropped her off and then went and got there is a meat shop in Balibago that has delicious Italian sausage. And we went down there and I picked up a kilo of Italian sausage, 450 peso for 10 good sized links. Well worth my money. I know what I'm having for lunch tomorrow. But, you know, I have to thank my driver, Nelson. He actually stopped and did some research and got, while he was at City Hall, he got an official pass or an authorization letter to cross through the checkpoint, zero hassle. Nico Greco, welcome. Yes, I'm in the Philippines. I've been here for, well, in 3 weeks, it'll be 8 years. But it's just it's never ending how they change things and screw things up. One day the requirements are 1, 2, 3. You get those. 5 minutes later, it doesn't. They don't accept 1, 2, 3. Nico, I can't believe it's been 8 years, but I moved here. I got here June 27, 2012, and I've gone out of the country 4 times. Couple of visa runs. Nice trip to Canada for a few weeks. And I went to the States last year for 5 weeks, 42 days, I think it was. And, I enjoyed it, but towards the end of my long vacation in the States, I was saying, isn't it time for me to go home? I couldn't wait to get back here. Nico Greco, what kind of classes are you taking? Is it work related or what? I don't know how long I'll do this today. Oh, okay. So work related. So you can get a job. So you can upgrade your job or get a different job. That's great. Education is wonderful. Now I'm 59 years old. I did some college, right after I got out of high school in 1979. I didn't stay in college long enough to get a degree, but I did go back to college after I got out of the reserves, Air Force reserves, and used the GI Bill, and I got a Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Applied Science in Information Systems, Computer Information Systems. I graduated on a Friday, and that Monday I was on a plane to the Philippines. So I didn't work one day in my career field. Basically, I was retired. Dulux Paints. I am not familiar with that. Hey, Erica, Philippines on Demand says hello. So, anybody have any question? Like I said, I don't put much thought into these things. I Valspar. What prompted me to start live streaming? Something to do. I'm just trying to build up my subscriber base. I'm trying to get watch hours, and basically I was bored. Unfortunately, under general community, I'm in GCQ right now, which is general community quarantine, and due to my age, they have me restricted. They won't even let me go shopping at the hypermarket. You know, I have my driver come over in his trike, and he'll zing me around the neighborhood a little while. Like earlier today, we just zipped downtown, zipped back, and I did film a little on the way back. Do I know any famous YouTubers that live near my town? The only famous YouTuber in my town is me. No, Philly in Philippines is not too far from me, but he lives in Angeles City. I've never met him. John, I live in Mabalacat, Pampanga. For me to drive to the old Clark Air Base from my house to the airport is about 15 minutes on a single motor. I go to the Medical City Clark for doctor appointments, and that's about 12 minutes on a single motor, which isn't bad. I am Cess. Hello, young lady. Everybody's saying hello to Cess. Erica was here a minute ago. I don't know if she still is. John, I've never been to Dumaguete. Bill, I don't know Big Dog in the Philippines. I know Old Dog. You know, I am just happy that now I did find out yesterday I had a vacation scheduled for next Tuesday. I was supposed to leave to go to Canada. Well, flights are not leaving from Clark. Canada is not accepting Canada is not accepting tourists at this time. And well, I thought I had fully refundable tickets. Cathay Pacific has refunded about approximately 180,000 pesos. I'm only going to be losing about 18,000 pesos, but that's on a domestic flight in Canada. But they're still working on that. John Baker, what part of the USA is your wife in? M. Jane's still here. She was listening in the background. She's making herself be known. Tell you what, if anybody has a, is that the full name of that man's channel, Big Dog? I will look that up. Who am I kidding? I'll try to look it up. One moment. Well, maybe I did something wrong here, but I can't find it. But that's all right. That's all right. I have too many friends on Facebook that I don't even see or talk to. Once in a while, I will see somebody post a meme or a little tidbit that's unique, but Facebook is not what it used to be. Now it's just everybody's getting Facebook friends just to see how many friends they can get, but how many of them actually talk to all of their friends? I know I don't. I know I don't talk to all of my friends. Heck, I probably only talk to maybe 30 of them. But that's okay. Every once in a while, I'll remember, oh, this person works here or knows how to do a certain job or whatever. Then I'll contact them. Oh, yeah, here's what you need to do, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Nico Greco, scammers do steal personal identification off of Facebook. It's, the days are long gone where you could put information up and it would be safe. What's this world coming to? Who knows? I have heard reports about the rioting and looting and all that in the United States because of the black man that died while getting arrested. The world is just, it's not what it used to be. I mean, I grew up in a town, small town in Western New York, and we didn't even have locks on our doors to our house until I was 17 years old. But people never went into the house when people were gone. Neighbors watched out for you. Bill, you're right. They don't care about that guy. They're just trying to create havoc. I have heard some rumors that these rioters and looters are being funded by some billionaire that wants to create havoc in the United States and wants to topple the United States government. But, I don't know anything for fact. I didn't get on here today to talk politics, and I won't. But I just I've run out of things to say. Now I know Philippines on Demand. All right, giving thumbs up there. Wow, great, thank you. Bill has a good channel. I think everybody here goes to it. Unfortunately, my group is small. My group of friends is small here on YouTube, and It takes a while to grow. I'm in no hurry, but you know, I'm not doing this for money because heck, you have to have a lot of subscribers. You have to have a ton of watch hours. And for the money I'd be making, if it ever happens, it happens. You know, I'm not planning on I'm not planning on depending on money from YouTube because there's other things to worry about. It is I've talked to some YouTubers and they're talking making a few 30 or 40 pesos a month or whatever. It just doesn't matter. With my I'm on disability, VA disability, Social Security disability. I'm not doing this for money. Crazy thing is, with this pandemic, I have a few government websites I need to access in the States, and they're not accepting any foreign traffic. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to install a VPN and see if that works any better. I just don't know enough about them to make a knowledgeable decision. I don't even use WhatsApp or what is it, Twitter or Instagram. I have YouTube. I have Facebook. If people want to get a hold of me, they know how to get a hold of me. But now, going back to the looters and protesters, there was a white policeman last year or the year before. He got shot in the back by a person, and that person left all the way to the jail. I don't remember hearing of any protests or looting in the streets mourning that white police officer. The city of Dallas lost 5 police officers the other day. 5 in one day. Is that really that means it's not good to be a police officer or firefighter. They were shooting at firefighters, throwing bricks at them. And Now, tell you what, I'm gonna switch topics here. I don't want to talk about what's happening in the States. I can't. I'm here. I can't do anything about it. I'm not going to change anybody's mind on what they're doing. Not even going to try. Now, today I did see jeepneys running. I did see the taxi service in town running. Blue taxis, what they call it. And the jeepneys were set up. They did have plastic barriers in between each passenger. They had a plastic barrier going down the full length of the jeepney. I have no idea what it would be like to try and get on or off of that jeepney because, you know, jeepneys don't give a whole lot of room to begin with. Then you divide it all up into four little sections, and you have even less space. So, but they are trying to keep the physical distancing. Now, well, I'm down to four people here. Oh my! I guess I guess I'm not as interesting as I thought. But if you guys have questions for me, I spent 10 years active duty Air Force, 10 years Air Force Reserve. I've been to Korea, Germany, Hawaii, Kyrgyzstan, Saudi Arabia, Spain, all on the military dime, and I wouldn't trade a thing. I've had good jobs, I've had bad jobs. Yes, Nico Greco, the police are everywhere telling people to wear masks because that is one of the requirements. I have a mask, and I actually have to wear a face shield. So I have to wear a face shield when I go to the bank or go out, just due to age. And it's crazy. It's very hot because your face and your forehead don't get any breeze. And it is it makes you sweat. I was going to go into the mall today, but I see that they were taking temperatures at the door. I would not have passed that temperature check. Yeah, I do have a face mask. I don't like this one, but The other one's in the laundry right now. Yes, Asians will wear face masks much more often than other people. I mean, that's a small price to pay for me to be able to go out and actually go downtown, go and see people. But for over 2 months, almost 2.5 months, I was only allowed to go to the bank and the drugstore. Now I'm still only allowed to go to the bank and the drugstore. I might be allowed into the mall. If I'm going to go to the mall, I'm not going to wear my mask or not wear my face shield. Jane, you going to drop a link for your video or what? So, well, Jane, I just made you a moderator, so you can drop your link if you want. Oh, you don't have a video? Oh, okay. Well, I keep seeing the YouTube button that you're posting. You can put a link to your page. You know, I think everybody here knows you, but you know, yeah, Tony Hutchinson. Hello, sir. Welcome to my live stream. Now, don't get don't have too high of expectations. This is only the second time I've done a live stream, so I have a lot to learn. Once all the quarantine rules and requirements are over with, I'll actually get a good microphone, and I'm thinking of getting a. There you go, MJ. Click on that. MJ has a lot of good stuff. But once this quarantine is over with and I can go and freely shop and everything, I'll get a microphone and headset that works for me. I even want to get a gimbal for my cell phone. I do all my videos with my cell phone, and if I'm driving around or riding around in a trike, which is my transportation now, you know, the roads here and trikes here will just shake you all over. And but then I also have a medical condition called essential tremors, which happens to some people in their 60s or older. And what that is your hands will just start shaking for no reason. And I mean, I was asleep last night and my hands started shaking and woke me up. I do have medicine somewhere. It helps sometimes, but It's just, I guess it just is part of getting older. But, unfortunately, these tremors don't even allow me to drive that beautiful motorcycle that's right behind me. Tony, sometimes I have problems drinking a glass of water. I don't drink beer, but that's my choice. My beverage of choice is Mountain Dew. Nico Greco, I don't have a caregiver. I do have a housekeeper. I do have a driver. I mean, my housekeeper and driver, they do my grocery shopping. They do my errands. If I have to go pay my internet or my electric or whatever, they go and take care of that. My housekeeper comes in, does my cleaning, my laundry, my cooking. She puts it all in the ref, and she's gone in the morning, and I I just pop things in the microwave and heat them up. My medical is not bad enough where I need somebody here 24 hours a day. Yeah, John Baker, you're lucky. I mean, my girlfriend is 23 years younger than me, and but during this quarantine issue, she can't come up and visit me. She doesn't live with me. I used to go to gym religiously every day for 6 years, but due to medical and stress, I cannot I cannot do gym anymore. Hey, Vlog and Life Studio. Hello, welcome. Thank you for showing up today. In fact, the trainer I had at gym, she actually lives just down the street from me, and she stops in once in a blue moon to check up on me. And Tony, I can tell you're newly married. When you're with your wife, she's going to train you. I think you have that a little bit backwards. But my old trainer, she stops and sees me, and she is a competitive bodybuilder. I've gone to just one of her shows that she's competed at, but she helps me more than I could ever imagine. Okay, Tony, that sounds like a good idea, but I don't know how it will work out in actual practice. I don't train anybody. If they're not how I like them right from the beginning, guess what? They're not here for long. I've had some good relationships. I've had some bad relationships. Nico Grico, have you dated a Filipina before? Yeah, I've dated Filipinas for the 8 years that I've been here, and one of my best friends in the States is a Filipina. So, oh, you call it refinement training. Just putting a little polish on. Heave up. Welcome, sir. Mega shout out for Heave Up channel. I mean, Vlogs in Life, Heave Up channel. Whoop. That's great. Now, Heave Up, you just got you just got monetized, right? Or you qualified for making money on YouTube, right? So nice, MJ. Heave Up channel. You have to start somewhere. You know, when I was when I was young, I if I was walking down the street and I saw a penny, I would bend over and pick it up and put it in my pocket. Somebody said one day, this cranky old man saw me bend over and pick up a penny, and I put it in my pocket. And he goes, "Why'd you do that?" And I said, "Well, you want to know something? It only takes 100 pennies to make $1. You have to start somewhere. It's not an expense. You know, if I tried doing that now, it'd probably hurt my back. But you know, everything everything has a price. Uh, you do what you do. But well, I guess I'm scaring people away. Only 6 people here, but 9 thumbs up. So, but if anybody has any questions or comments, throw them at me. I'll answer them, or I'll try to answer them. And if I can't answer it, I'll get back to you with the right answer. Just like public speaking. Oh, Vlog and Life Studio. I'm glad I didn't scare you away. I don't want to scare anybody away. But I know what happens. Oh, time for a little drink here. Just good old, well, it was cold water. And I do my part. I try to recycle everything that I can. Recycled orange juice bottles and oh, Bill, sorry, I'm sorry that your back is causing problems. If you have to go, I understand. You know, I have to stand up every hour or so. You know, otherwise I cannot move. Yeah, all right. Now I know Logs in Life, Nico Grico, John Baker, Hiva, Philippines on Demand, M. Jane. I appreciate all of you folks for taking time out of your day to visit with me. I mean, because everybody has a busy life, even in quarantine or lockdown, as we call it. But you know, that means something to me because, like I said, everybody has something to do. I don't know. I don't know how often I'm going to do live streams because unless I have a topic and you know maybe I'll do a topic of the SRRV, Special Resident Retiree Visa, in the future. I have it. It's great. I have the courtesy military version of the SRE. Beautiful. I don't have to trudge to immigration on a regular basis to renew my tourist visa. Tony, ev- I suffered from that as well. You know, it's like I got I got called into the office one time at work, and it was I was getting chewed out at work for sexual harassment to a lady that worked at the same store that I worked at. And I'm saying to them, well, geez, that's pretty tough for me to sexually harass her or talk about her when I never saw her before and I, I never even talked to her. She never worked when I worked. So now, Bill, Is that a 13A visa or what that you have? I mean, I spent I think every year I will have to pay 500 pesos. Oh, so you do have a 13A visa. Okay. I have the SRRV, Special Resident Retiree Visa, and that's great. You know, I don't even have to pay the exit tax. I think I still have to pay a terminal fee, but that's about it when I leave. Honestly, I don't know because I haven't gone anywhere since I got my SRRV. So, but that's just another bridge I will cross when I get there because they're not going to have us locked down forever. Oh, okay. Now, Bill, do you have to go and get an exit clearance certificate when you want to leave? I'm not even sure if I need to do that. Wow, that's great. So you don't need the exit clearance. Well, Tony, I have friends I haven't seen in many years. I have family that I haven't seen. Well, I was going to go to Canada to visit my sister and her family, and neither of us are getting any younger. I'll be 60 this year. My sister, she's she'll be 67, I think. So 67 or 66, and you know, it's nice to see family. You know, it's nice to, you know, for well, my sister is getting up there in age, and she just couldn't handle a 12, 14-hour flight here. You know, I I've invited I've invited my sister and her husband to come here, and well, she just doesn't like flying. Personally, if I could get on a plane, I'd fly once a month. You know, as long as I had the had a destination I wanted to go to, I'd fly if I could afford it. Yeah, Bill, Heave Up is pretty good. He just had a you just had your first live stream since you got monetized, right? Heave Up. I miss some family. Well, I only have my sister and her her husband and her children. I have a few nieces and nephews back east, and I haven't seen my nephews since they were 8 and 9 years old. But yeah, Heave Up's a great supporter. I try to support all my friends that I have here on YouTube. You know, I'm not gonna. I don't have it set up so I can send PayPal or Super Chat or whatever it is. But I will go and watch videos. I will go to live streams. I'll set the laptop up and turn it on to somebody's channel and start playing and let it go. I did that for Heave Up. I can do it for almost anybody. I know vlogging life. I know I haven't been to your channel in a while. I'm sorry. I'll fire that up after I get done here. Now, I've been on for an hour and 2 minutes now. What should I continue on and bore you with my aimless ranting, or should I get offline and Elvis? I can listen to Elvis Presley, but not my favorite. I mean, if I told you the music that I listen to, you'd think I was crazy. The other day, I felt like listening to music, so I set up YouTube, and I just put Glenn Miller Orchestra, Pink Floyd, Charlie Daniels, the Moody Blues, Hank Marvin. You know, classic rock. I mean, now, Bill, you say you love 70s and 80s music. Have you ever listened to Hank Marvin? Tell you what, if you get a chance, go and Tony, I've heard other people say that also. But Bill, when you get offline here, just check out Hank Marvin. Well, he's a British musician. He's in his 70s now, and he still does full concert tours. He lives in Australia. In fact, he was even asked to be lead guitar for the Beatles when they first started. Most people in the States have never heard of Hank Marvin. So, but that's all right. I don't I don't listen to a lot of artists that I've heard of. I love the Eagles also. I've Charlie Daniels, the Eagles, some Leonard Skinner, some Pink Floyd. You know, a few weeks ago, I was really shout out MJ. Thank you for staying and hope we're entertaining you. Elton John, Take It to the Limit. You know, I can go back and listen to Three Dog Night and The Doors. You know, my music goes from big band like the Glenn Miller Orchestra all the way up to current artists. But actually, a lot of current artists don't play music, they play noise. ELO, the Cars, Jefferson Starship, yes. Chicago. But they don't make it like that anymore. Beyonce, she released an album a few years ago, and she she claimed credit for a 3-minute song, and all she did is she wrote the title of the song and one line of the lyrics. She didn't write the music. Then she said more of a she's more talented as a writer of music than Freddie Mercury was with Queen. I like Doobie Brothers. I like some country radio. You know, I can listen to Queen, some of the Rolling Stones, not all. Doobie Brothers, George Strait. In fact, I just listened to I can't even remember who I was listening to the other day. Oh, I don't know if I've ever heard the band called Country Radio. I guess I'll have to look that up later. But it is just you know, music. You can find music to suit any mood. You can find music to dance till you drop. You can find music to relax to. You can find music to invigorate you. You know, it's like there's some music I listen to that I don't listen to it if I was driving a car in the States because I would end up driving too fast. Casey Kasem, yes. He just died a few years ago, and they're fighting over his estate. A little bit of Otis Redding. Sorry, I'm slouching now. My back is saying I should get up and go walk around, and well, I might just have that for a minute. Now, an artist that people don't really appreciate, Roy Clark, Glenn Campbell. You know, they were masters. If you actually listen to their music, you're saying, how can one person play that fast, that accurate, and have that clean of a sound? You know, but Roy Clark, he was super talented. If it had strings, he could play it. John, does the inversion table help your back? I have I have severely compressed discs, and sometimes just riding in trikes just kills me. Of course, you know, need to throw in a little bit of the Beach Boys, and Jan and Dean, and a little bit of Bob Marley and Janis Joplin, and a little bit of everything. Now, I had a very interesting start to my enjoying of music. When I was 10, well, I was probably 13, 14, just starting to do odd jobs and, mowing lawns to make some pocket money. And I wanted to buy a stereo for my room. And my mother said, you can buy a stereo with your money for your room as long as you listen to all types of music. And I said, what do you mean all types of music? She goes, you have to listen to 50s and 60s rock and roll. You have to listen to big band from the 30s and 40s. You have to listen to classical music. You have to listen to opera. You have to listen to country music. You have to listen to rhythm and blues. You know, and I can listen to most music. I don't listen to heavy metal, and I don't like rap music. That's I don't consider that music to me. So, I listen to the Ventures. Richie Valens wasn't that old, I don't think. But Janis Joplin, I want to say Jim Morrison from the Doors. What about Jimi Hendrix? Was he 27 when he died? Richie Valens was 18. Okay. Thank you, Nico Grico. You know, I enjoyed music, but I don't follow it as close as I should. You know, I remember when Leonard Skinner crashed. They were in their 20s. Log and Life Studio. That's great. More slow rock, pop rock, but you can consider listening to all music. Now there is a man on YouTube. I don't know the band. He plays for Wings of Pegasus, a British band, and the man's name is Phil. And he does videos on YouTube where he analyzes the music, you know, the guitar work, the the piano playing, the vocals, the background, the stage entrance, and all that. And you know, he's flat out said, "Well, geez, I never liked this group, but I'm going to listen to them and I'm going to comment on what's good or bad with their musicianship." And he would say, "Well, this performer's doing this or that," but he goes, "I would do it like this, but it doesn't give you the sound that that other person had." And you know, but I've never heard him say, "Well, that performer is doing it wrong." You know, it was that person's style, very good. It made them it made them be stars because you know. But he compares many different artists in many different genres. Now, Bill, if I listen to Air, that's gonna like almost put me to sleep. Sometimes, sometimes nothing puts me to sleep. Now, I've never heard of that 10-year-old. I didn't care for Amy Winehouse. Honestly, I don't think I ever listened to Amy Winehouse. But I guess that's just me. You know, I'm not putting Amy Winehouse down, but I don't, you know, from the little I've heard of her, I don't remember actually liking it. Not my style. Eva, you know what happens when they play country music backwards? The singer's wife comes back, gets a new truck, and his dog is alive. So, because it seems like the basic country song. The wife leaves him, the dog runs away, and his truck falls apart or whatever. I like listening to Hank Jr., Asleep at the Wheel, Bill Kirshner, Nico Grieco. Many of the entertainers that have died, many of them were drug overdose, um, aircraft accidents, automobile accidents. You know, no, I'm not saying that the elite were not involved, but you know, that's just my thought. Eva, go listen to Glenn Campbell. Go listen to Roy Clark. Go listen to George Strait. Yes, Jim Morrison was very heavily into drugs. I believe Janis Joplin was into drugs as well. You know, I didn't care for all of her music, so I didn't really follow her closely. But but all in all, I can listen to most types of music. Unfortunately, I'm very musically talented. I can play YouTube videos. I couldn't carry a tune if it was in a bucket. Nico Grieco in the late '60s, it was just drugs were the thing. Not saying that any person introduced them to drugs. Everybody was doing it. Small towns, big cities. But it's I I lived down the street from a man, and he was in a band, and he was a good bass guitar player, and I after high school we both started working at the hospital, and thank you, Bill. But my friend lived right down the street from me, and I was going to go visit him, and I was a little late. I find out, well, I I couldn't go that day. I found out the next day he committed suicide. The day before, he had just gotten a recording contract with Sony Records to do solo bass guitar work. He had his whole life ahead of him. He was a little younger than 27. He was probably 20. But, you know, it happens. Nico Grieco, I don't even think I've listened to Linkin Park. And if I did, I didn't know who it was. Now, Bill, thanks for finding Big Dog. I'll check that out after we get done here. Oh, Cayenne's Cookery. I'm sorry I missed you. Welcome to my live stream. I was getting into talking about music and I wasn't paying attention. I'm sorry. But welcome. Well, everybody, it's been an hour and a half. I think I'm going to call it. Unless anybody has some questions or something for me. You know, I can talk about most things, and if I can't, I can usually muffle my way through it. 13 thumbs up. Okay. 12 people in the house. Uh-oh. Chester Bennington, Nico Grieco. Well, tell you what, folks, I've enjoyed today. Thank you for visiting with me. I hope you had as much fun as I did. Yeah, Bill, hope your back's feeling better. Try a heating pad. That might help your back relax a little. Okay, thanks everybody. See you next time.